Hi everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Ziksha, and in the last video we have added a tab and a related list onto that tab in Salesforce. If you haven't watched that video, the link is in description. You can visit that link too. And for today's topic, we are going to understand the validation rule in Salesforce. But before starting hands-on, we'll understand what is validation rule. A validation rule in Salesforce is like a reminder or a checkpoint that makes sure that people fill out the right information before saving it. Basically, validation rules are the functionality that keeps track the people or the user are filling out the right and consistent data before saving it to database. Now the question is, what kind of data is being stored in database? The data that you entered in the form of field is the data which is entered onto the database. So this should be correct and uh, right. So this is how validation rule work. Now let's get to the Salesforce org and let's work on a scenario and do a hands-on on validation rule. All right. So we are inside our Salesforce org. Let's jump to the job object. This is the object we are going to use our validation rule. So let me share a scenario with you. Right now, we have a location. Inside location, we have option remote and on-site. So the scenario is simple. If I choose remote from location and if the address is null, this record can be saved. But if I choose on-site from the location and I don't fill any address information in the address field, then it should share a warning message. Okay, so this is the scenario. In simple word, we can see like we can understand, if location is on site, address must be filled. If location is remote, address can be null. Now let's just create our first validation rule. Click on gear icon, edit object, and from the left panel, search for validation rule. And right now there is no items to be displayed. That means we haven't have any validation rule. So just click on new, and onto the window we can see multiple fields. Let me share a brief intro to them. Rule name, which is title, active is the status, then description, and this long black canvas is a formula field, a formula area where you have to define your logic by the help of formulas and functions. Then this is a button to check the syntax before saving it. Then here's a error message where you write down your message that need to be occur when the this condition is true. We can see here also, like, this message will appear when the error condition formula is true. Error condition formula written over here, and this will get true. Once this will get true, this error message will be visible. Now error location, you want that on the top of the page or on the field. So this is how a validation interface look like. Now as per our understanding, let me add the name, address check. Okay, now this is all the function we get from Salesforce. You can check all the function by typing it on Google, but right now we are going to use a limited function as per our scenario. So we have to find the pick value from the function is pick. So this is pick value checks whether the value of pick list field is equal to string literal. So it checks the value, like you have entered the value over the as a string literal, so this should be equal to that only. So for now, let me first enter the form field onto this. I want to check the location, insert, and location should be equal to on site. Let me clear the spelling as well. because it is case sensitive, so it's better to copy paste the spelling. Okay, then what will it do? It will check the location is on site. If it is yes, then it will true. Then we have to check the value is on site, and address should not be null. So we will be searching for is blank. This expression checks whether an expression returns is blank, and if it is blank it will return true or false. So if it is blank it will return true, if it is not blank it will return false. So let me insert this formula as well. An expression should be the field itself, so we need to write down the address. Now altogether what this formula doing is pick value location equals to on site, it is checking yes it is on site, and is blank address, which means address is blank. So this formula will true and this error message will occur. Now let's write down the error message, and let's change the error location from top to page top of the page to field. It is by default as address. And now let's just check the syntax. Syntax is right. Let's save this record, sorry, the validation rule, and let's get back to our Salesforce job object and just refresh this so that the new validation rule make impact on this. Now as on-site this record was saved, if I click on save, it is showing please enter your address. What if I choose remote? It should be save. Yes, it is getting saved. Now if I click on remote on-site again, and let's enter the value as tally and save the record, it is getting saved. So this was our requirement. We just want that if we enter on-site from if we choose on-site from the location, address can't be null, and if we choose remote from location, address could be null. So that's how validation rule work. In the next video we will learn about visibility rule in Salesforce. Until then, keep learning, keep exploring. Thanks for watching.